So in this video we're going to be creating a list for your contacts. So this is the next stage in setting up your account. So once you've got your account set up, you actually need to create a list in order to populate it. Now in Mailchimp you can have multiple lists, so you don't need to put all of your contacts onto the one list if you don't want to. Really depends on how you want to manage your information and what you want to send. So you'll probably land on the dashboard once you've created your account, and it will look like this. And on the left hand side on the navigation bar there's an option for lists. So if you go into that area, and this will normally have a list of your lists if you like. So we have nothing at the moment, so first of all we need to create a list, and you've got a big button to do that on the top right of the screen. So I'm going to click create list, and this brings up my form. So first of all my list needs a name, so I might call this my client mailing list. Now your list also needs a default from name, so that basically means that every email you send out to your list on here will need a from name. So whether that's your company name or your own name, you'll need to put a name in there. And you're also going to need a default reply to email address. So this basically means when someone receives your email, and if they hit reply, the system needs to know where to send that email. So you need to put an email address in. So I'm going to put my own email address in because I want those replies to come to me. And then in the subject line, again it's just a default. You can change it on an email by email basis, but you need something that will populate the subject field in your email. So I might call it client mailing list newsletter. Now as you can see, this is optional, so you don't actually have to put something in there if you don't want to. Now you need to let people know how they got onto your mailing list, and this is actually part of the anti-spamming laws, so you will need to put an explanation in there about how you obtained their email address. And if it's your clients, I mean that's obviously the explanation. So you might put something along the lines of you're receiving this email because you're a client of Kerry's, or you're receiving this email because you met Kerry at a networking event recently, or something along those lines. So however you need to personalise it for your own, go ahead and do that. Okay, and then you need to have some contact information on there as well, and this is basically going to pull in your address that you gave when you set up your account. So if you need to change that, you can do, and you do need to have that in there again due to anti-spamming laws. So people need to know how to contact you and that you've got a physical office location. Right, so in terms of notifications, whenever people subscribe to your list or unsubscribe, you will be told about it if you want to be. So you can subscribe to that list, and this is quite helpful if you're going to put a box on your website and allow people to subscribe automatically. It might be quite helpful to know when people do that. And then finally you can let people pick which format of email they want, whether it's HTML or plain text. If you're not too sure what that is, HTML is basically the pretty colourful emails that you get in your inbox, but you know, for some people it's hard to display that because of different software that they might be using on their machine. So some people like to opt for just reading plain text email, so it's nice to give people that option if they do have difficulties with HTML. Okay, and if you save that, that has now created our list. And there we go, you can see I haven't got any subscribers because I haven't actually put any subscribers in there yet. And you can also see there's some stats as well. So after you start sending your email list, you'll start to see what the open rate is and what the click-through rate is as well on your email list from just a quick view, so that's quite helpful. So the next step is to watch the video which goes over how to actually add people to your list.